Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, and tarot. Now, today we are going to get into the Cush Almanac for August 2026, y'all, and we are going to look into the weekly forecast today. Now, there'll be several updates throughout the first week of the month in terms of astrology and whatnot. So make sure you guys are tapping in and turn on your notifications so you'll get those drops. Now let's get into it. We have the crown, the temple, and the transformation. This is the theme that we are tapping into for this month. Quite naturally, we're going to focus in on astrology, rootwork, conjure, as well as business strategy. Now, August is carrying eclipse energy, and this meaning this month is less about forcing outcomes and more about responding to divine redirection. The solar eclipse opens a new chapter around visibility, leadership, and creative power. The Pisces lunar eclipse closes emotional cycles, spiritual attachments, and identities that have expired. So, this command that you will be speaking for August goes as follows: build the crown, protect the temple, answer the calling. Let's get into week one. So, the 1st through the 7th is more so focused on stabilizing before you expand. The moon is moving through Pisces between the 1st and the 2nd, right? Now, for this is all about deep intuition. You may get some dream messages, emotional cleansing, as well as spiritual downloads are highlighted throughout this, next 24 hours or so. Now, August the 3rd through the 5th, we've got a Aries moon, and that's tapping into things like action, courage, getting started on projects, and taking initiative. Now, August the 5th through the 7th, we're into a Taurus moon, and, there's a lot more focus on money, stability, material growth. You're going to see it in this physical foundation, right? And so the lunar momentum this month begins by asking things like, what are you building that can actually hold the blessings you're asking for? Before the Leo eclipse arrives, the energy is preparing the foundation, if you will. Now, the planetary weather that we are experiencing right now, first off, Venus goes into Libra, which is going to be a highlight on relationships, collaborations, and aesthetics that, it's going to be much more important during that time. So business focus, you want to think about like improving your branding during this time, maybe upgrading your visuals, creating attractive offers, and strengthening your partnerships. Now, Mars in Cancer is a transit that comes through and has you feeling like you need to protect your energy, which you should. Your focus needs to be on home protection, emotional boundaries, family matters, and creating safety. Now, woo work focus. If you're into the woo, right now we're going to be tapping into foundation work. So the best workings for right now are going to be things like house blessings, y'all, protection baths, ancestor altar maintenance, okay, and road opening preparation, okay. So your botanical allies during this time are going to be rosemary. You might want to jot this down. Basil, bay leaf, and cinnamon. These are pretty good herbs and things like that that you can find for your workings. Those are not hard to find at all. Now let's get into the entrepreneur energy. So prepare the altar before you open the doors. The juice. We are going to organize our products and clean up our workspaces, okay? Update your offers, prepare marketing materials, okay? That's what you're going to be in a little bit of hibernation mode doing right now, entrepreneurs. You're going to be working on the back end. Now, week 2, the 8th through the 14th, This is the crown activation. Why? Because we have a solar eclipse week coming. Now, the moon movement for this time, we got the 8th through the 9th. You've got Gemini energy here, which is all about learning, networking, and communication. And then we have the Cancer moon right behind it, the 10th through the 11th. It's all about protection, home, and feeling emotional security. Now, August the 12th, this Leo moon is going to be, first of all, it's going to be a new moon. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then it's also going to be a solar eclipse. Now, this is a PowerPoint, okay? This is a major moment. Now, August the 13th through the 14th, we've still got the effects of the Leo moon, which is visibility, confidence, and leadership. Now, you can tap into these energies 3 days before and 3 days after and kind of finagle that in a way to work for you, for your business. I'll be posting a few rituals and whatnot that you guys can tap into during this time. Now, let's get into what this new moon solar eclipse in Leo means. Now, again, it happens around August the 12th when it becomes totally clear, and this is one of the most important energetic moments of the entire year. Leo rules things like leadership, creativity, fame, children, personal brand, and royal authority. This eclipse says, stop waiting for permission to become who you already are. Now, the eclipse ritual work that you want to use for this, okay, crown of success work, okay, fame and recognition work, creative power, and leadership work, okay. Get on your Zoom. The offerings you can leave are sunflower, cinnamon, orange peel, honey, and maybe a gold candle, okay. Now, a little prayer that you can do. May my gifts be recognized by those who are meant to receive them. All right. Now, business strategy. This is a launch window for you. Excellent for your Patreon pushes, any subscribers like OnlyFans, Substack, what else? Any sort of subscription. New courses, podcast announcements, brand reveals, teaching offers, and public visibility. Your audience needs to see the authority behind the message. Now let's get into week 3, okay? The 15th through the 21st. So we're thinking expansion and authority during this time. The moon is moving through Virgo from the 15th through the 16th, and it's more like refinement and organization and your systems energy, right? Then we're going to tap into Libra moon from the 17th through the 18th, which is all about partnerships and negotiations and beauty, okay? Those are the themes. Now, August the 19th through the 21st, you've got the Scorpio moon. So this is about deep strategy, power moves, and transformation. Now, the major transit of this particular time is that Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Leo. This is tapping into your voice carrying expansion. The power days are great for speaking, teaching, publishing, doing interviews, your podcast growth, and words do become currency during this time. Rootwork wise, we've got some commanding influence right now. So we want to work with things like High John the Conqueror, cinnamon, bay, as well as frankincense. Now, you're going to use these for your confidence, your authority, your success, and your recognition. Now, your entrepreneur focus, you should be asking yourself, what part of my business is ready to become bigger? Review things like your pricing and your audience growth, your memberships, and your scalable products. Now here we are at the 4th week, August the 22nd through the 31st. Let's get into this temple cleanse vibe, because the Pisces lunar eclipse week is this week of August the 22nd through the 31st. Now, the moon is moving through 22nd through the 23rd. We have the Sagittarius moon. It's tapping into expansion and vision. You may be thinking about travel and teaching, more learning vibes. So August the 24th through the 25th, we're dancing with the Capricorn moon. we want to tap into things like structure and discipline and business planning, right? Now, August 26th through the 27th is more so about the Aquarius moon, and we've got more focus on technology, networks, and community, okay? And as we tap into the 28th, we have the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. This is a major release point, all right? 3 days before, 3 days after. And if you really want to go, you're going to get detailed with it and tap into what is the particular phase. Now, when I talk to y'all every day, I do tell you guys whether it's a waning gibbous or a waxing crescent, which is important for the type of work that you'll actually be doing. If you really want to get down with the get down and like strategize, right? Now, this is just general, so make sure you guys are plugging in to your local area, so that you know what's what, right? Now, we've got the Aries moon coming in from the 29th to the 31st of August. So we've got new motivation, courage, and action vibes. So this lunar eclipse in Pisces, this is a spiritual closing. It's a hot point because you're releasing your outdated identities and draining relationships and your fear of being seen, as well as emotional attachments. Like, Pisces is teaching that surrender what you can't control, what can't travel with you into the next chapter. You have to let that go. Any sense of feeling like you have to kind of control the situation, and you know it's a little bit of misalignment, you gotta get real about that during that time. Needs and desires, hun. Now, the eclipse release ritual for this, you could use something like Florida water, sea salt, lavender, maybe some mugwort and a black candle. I would write a petition. Okay, I would definitely write a petition. Now, the petition that you can write, I've got a good example. I declare and I decree that I release the version of myself that survived. I welcome the version of myself that thrives. Now, let's get into the botanical allies for August. Crown work. We got sunflower, okay. Prosperity work. We've got High John. Dream and spirit work. We've got Blue Lotus. Protection. We've got Rue and Angelica Root. All right. Now, some of the best ritual days for this particular month. Let's think. I would be focused on, maybe we could tap into Wednesdays, Mercury days, for marketing, contracts, content, and teaching. Now, I've got the major card for tarot for the month of August before we get into the collective reading. This card is going to be the Emperor and the Sun card. These come out together. The Emperor is all about building the empire, and the Sun is all about letting people see it. August's message is clear. Authority without visibility remains potential, and visibility without structure becomes chaos. You got to build the throne and sit on it this month. Hey, I don't make the rules, hun. I just work here. That's what I be saying. Now, August business command, I need you to create, announce, teach, organize, and most importantly, release. This month favors the entrepreneur who stops preparing forever, and then they finally just step forward and do what needs to be done. Now, let's get into the affirmation. You guys like affirmations? Alrighty, so I declare and I decree, my gifts are my inheritance. My voice is my currency. My work is my legacy. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Boom, Kate. Yo. So, releasing. We do have a little bit more herbs that you guys can check out, as well as, like I said, detailed rituals for August. So make sure you guys check this almanac out on House of Cush Patreon. All right, the magazine this month is so beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay, I am going to go ahead and open the roads, and we're going to get some forecast and insight into what to expect for August 2026. Alrighty, so thank you, spirits, for allowing me to stand at the crossroads on behalf of the collective, and thank you so much for covering me as we go on this journey, and thank you so much for the gift. You know I don't abuse it. I honor it, I appreciate it, I respect it. What guidance do you have for August? You know what I haven't done for in a while, guys, which maybe we can reel it up for this month. Some elemental readings. Ooh. Let's get into it. All right. What you got for August? Ooh, Ace of Baskets in reverse. Can you confirm why that is? Somebody's upset. There's a lot of from breakups to makeups. That's what I just heard. Two of baskets to the Ace of Baskets in reverse. Okay. Past energy. Five of Knives in the reverse. Okay. Why is that Five of Knives in reverse? Daughter of Baskets in reverse. Seven of Sticks in the upright. Present. Nine of Knives in the upright. Collective. Aries energy. We got but she's in reverse. Near future. 10 of Sticks in the upright. Okay. So there's some sort of alignment that may be needing to be restored. Some form of healing. I don't even want to say you want to make peace with this individual. You guys could have been friends, and maybe there seems to have been a breakdown. But yeah, why is this important? It's vital because there was a battle or some sort of fight here. Someone could be battling you guys could have fought. Maybe someone did something disloyal and, they weren't able to cover it up. This just could have been a weird energy here. Now with the Nine of Knives, I'm seeing it maybe quite recently you decided that you would move on and let go of the idea of this person. Maybe there's a sense of this person still being in your energy. I pray this is not the collective. Yeah, someone maybe is looking for more so of financial assistance or some form of a handout. There's a Father of Sticks in reverse, that Cancer energy. Someone could be coming forward. That's why someone's coming forward. Maybe this person could be trying to even control their movements based on this. Someone's needing to make a decision, though. I got Libra, Cancer, Aries. Ooh, who's this? Okay. And Sagittarius. Someone's got to make a decision. This Father sends in reverse. This person, this energy. Someone's made a move in the past 3 days. They made a bad decision. This Father of Baskets seems to have been upset because someone maybe refused to give out some form of information or honored. I just heard honoring a promise or a contract, like you didn't keep your promise. So now someone's uncomfortable at this moment and they're not reaching their goals. It's Virgo energy. I've got Hermit here. So this is something that maybe could be inspiring a person to kind of go into hermit mode and pay attention and see what's going on. Five of Baskets in the upright, definitely encouraging some form of healing and moving forward, and this is going to shift. This energy, this person's life, someone's life is in your life, but they're not stable. Okay, definitely there's a sacrifice here. Pisces, Four of Coins in reverse to the Ancestors in reverse. That's that father figure here. Someone's not speaking on a situation. Maybe you're not listening. This person, you don't see this person as an enemy. You don't see this person as someone who actually betrayed you. Yeah, the Big House in reverse. You don't want to see that. Maybe someone doesn't feel very familiar with some form of knowledge or information. There seems to be some resistance here to moving forward from this Mother of Sticks in reverse. This is causing some bad thinking, some bad ideas, just bad mojo, babes, especially concerning this Father of Coins, because this person could be searching for to build a new life somewhere where they could have some form of good fortune and, you know, good karma, if that's what you believe in. And now that an illusion's been lifted in regards to the comfort and the discipline and what it takes here to be amongst this group, this celebration, somebody's definitely missing a point. Somebody doesn't want to see something. They don't want to see where they're not getting what they deserve. This person could be being manipulative, quite cold, pressed for time, pressed for time. I'm trying to manipulate you into taking action, going on a journey, sparking a new situation with them. Help. Yeah, somebody's being quite observant because there's moves being made here. They're at a crossroads in terms of getting some form of justice. The justice system could be involved. This was all a part of the plan, though, because this person maybe could have done something in the past that was very reckless, and they just refuse to change the way they do things. So they've been irresponsible with their finances, and it looks as though now there's a sense of like taking score or getting a new opportunity here. But this seems to be an illusion of progress when it comes to this partnership. You definitely need to be protecting yourself with the 9 of Sticks in the upright, because there is magic afoot. Now, this person's magic is very strong to Gemini, Leo. Manifestations are very strong. This could be you, and you are delayed. This could be family that's trying to delay you. That's their desire. That's what they want. So be mindful. They want to see you fail. And so herein comes this John Horse in reverse, this Emperor in reverse, who seems to not be getting or feeling like they're getting what they deserve when it comes to this lineage. Like they don't deserve it. And this person seems to not be wanting to walk away. And they're upset with the Mother of Baskets here because this wasn't their job. Somebody lost their position. They're losing their job, and they're needing help here. Maybe they could have called this person for help, but this is over. That door is closed. Taurus is closed. That door. This is not repairable, irreconcilable. And you got someone who's restless because things didn't go to plan. There's a High Priestess in reverse that was involved here, and she's quite disillusioned and can't believe this. This is a detachment. Yeah, they didn't want to see this end at all. That's not how they planned it anyway. But you seem to have walked away, 8 of Baskets, and restored some form of harmony. But you know, now your blessings are arriving, and you'll be able to enter a new contract. But this is not one that you're going to be exposed, or I got the Sun card in reverse here. They're not want to tell you about it. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. But this is how it goes for the month of August. So take it where it resonates, okay? 2 months. A favorable 2 months. You know, give a little, give a little. Because there's a period of you having a hard time healing, you know. But if you move, if you fight, help is on the way. When I say fight, I mean just like strategy. You know, what's the Wands energy? Strategy, doing, you know, action is what I see. Yeah, moving. There's a lot going on. Now, this is a collective reading, so again, take it where it resonates. If it does not apply, dog, let it flow. 2 months, though. Harmony is restored. Yeah, you are out of this boy. The Hangman in reverse. Like, let it go. Let it go like Elsa. I know that's right. I got the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of cups. Just go and walk away. Just go and walk away. And you don't even need to let everybody know you're walking away. The sun card in reverse, Leo. Yeah, you maybe decided to walk away from a situation. Could have been with a Leo. This person, Knight of Cups in reverse, they were not forthright with their like personality or their actual selves. They were being deceitful. Uh, Confirmation. Chariot is showing someone's maybe trying to move forward or come towards you. Going towards movements here though. Seeing someone's moving towards someone. This Queen of Swords in reverse is involved. This air sign. There's also a karmic earth sign. These two people. Maybe you guys have separated from this group. There's a lack of because they're both in the reverse. So these two women, they are karmic. Three of Cups in reverse is suggesting that, yeah, you had to let go of this group. Somebody's being left with no option to let this go. Yeah, this there could be some form of lie here in the past. Somebody could have lied, and saying that they were not. Could have lied. Somebody lied. So that the magician would share with them. Someone would share their magic, their manifestations. Now someone seems maybe they were trying to get out of a situation, and they were juggling or, trying to like figure it out. So they were prepared for battle, maybe thinking this would change something. They could have said something or provided some information, possibly to an Aquarius. This star card in reverse, this Aquarius energy, somebody doesn't want someone to know that they are no longer working with a group or like no longer investing, or this energy could be an Aquarius experiencing some job loss. Ending. It's over. Scorpio energy. It's over. And they come back and again. This person was in the energy the other day. So they're gonna be a continued theme over the next month, right? This is maybe pulling up on your emotions and feelings, and these are things that this is how you fight through this, right? So these matters of the heart, this masculine, endings. That's the major thing. Yes. These things aren't going to plan with the Queen of Wands in reverse, a fire sign feminine. They fighting. It's a group. 5 of, or fighting a lot, fighting over 5 days. Physical. Yeah, somebody's fighting. Somebody's trying to get out of poverty, and it looks like someone's not like, I just heard honoring an offer with the 4 of Cups in reverse. They're not able to get out of this. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. They ain't moving forward. Yeah, so maybe your relationship, a friend. Let me see. They could be friends, but can't. That's not a part. That's not what it is. It's Ace of Wands in reverse situation. Yeah, someone can't seem to make peace with how this person uses their wand or approaches things. Tell you where it resonates. They don't live with any regrets emotionally, but they know it's time to go. 6 of Swords in the upright. And it seems like they're keeping this secret to themselves because they don't want to fight with this person. There could be some betrayal here in terms of, I got the 6 of Wands in reverse, like a public betrayal, a public humiliation, maybe even some trouble with the law here within the next 2 days. This person could foresee this, and this isn't sparking someone to take action or like get forth with some form of plan, because they were not ready to handle with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, my bad. So they know they need to hurry up and fix this. Yeah, this person could be lacking familial support here. The house is not a home. With whoever this Hierophant in reverse is, this Taurus energy. He's someone that this person is no longer focused on, because they see him 2 of Swords in the upright. They see him for what they are. They made a decision, judgment here. Period. Make a decision. If you ain't made a decision, you need to make a decision. That Hierophant in reverse energy, that false leader, that, false prophet, if you will. No. there's a lot of healing here when it comes to this. Maybe 3 weeks ago, and now you're more focused on building for yourself. And this is where you receive the justice that you should get for this situation. And maybe an emperor is showing up here. There's a boss showing up. There's an emperor and a king of cups in reverse. And this king of cups could be a Virgo. Aries and a Virgo. Somebody upset. They got an idea. Somebody's got a plan. These people are making moves, but they having a time because this 10 of Wands. Hold on, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you've been stacked up. Maybe they thought they could burden you. Maybe they rushed and did something. Maybe and thought that they could be possibly burdening you, but you were already resourceful and you were able to still push through. So they've got a 6 of Pentacles in the up right here. You're getting some form of divine assistance, yeah, because you know you believed and you were willing to heal. Yep, the High Priestess, and you were patient and insightful towards energy. Now, presently, there's a Queen of Cups in reverse. Strength card here. Possibly a Leo. Older, feminine, maybe younger. Could be younger. Yeah, they're not like too young though. This person's gonna need some strength, babes. Yeah, this person's relationship with looks like to be a Sag. Yeah, was a bad decision. They've done something. They've stolen, they've manipulated. It's the 6 of Swords here for the present. And this person could be trying to avoid this tower, and they may do that by trying to offer you something. But they could have taken an offer, made an agreement to slow you down, delay you from starting over. They knew by coming forth and you guys sharing some information here. Maybe they keep you in your head, but there was something that was revealed to you in a dream. And unfortunately, this person doesn't realize that their efforts are falling on deaf ears. Their investments are bad. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They ain't got nothing. Okay, so this is going to spark some movement. By a King of Swords in reverse to completely end the cycle. What it is whoever this King of Swords in reverse is, this person manipulated this person into taking action to end a cycle. Collectively, don't even, someone's not meeting a goal. I'll go ahead and pull. Don't take an offer. Don't take an offer. Don't give this person an opportunity. I'm going to start from there. I'm not even going to, press back. Ooh, hold up. Where my new feature? Oh, that's odd. But we going to keep it like that, right? What the word? Near future. Stay inspired. Shit. Stay patient. Yeah, this is something that can't be fixed, and someone's unhappy because maybe you weren't kind, or they were mean to you and they're consumed. Yeah, somebody could have been playing around with destructive work, thinking that they never have to adapt to the fact that this relationship wasn't balanced and unfair even, and someone's lacked some form of defense here. But what you lack in physical, like being able, you also have cunning energy. So again, you know when to say when. Okay, peace here and keep it moving. Peace, be still. Yeah, somebody's being a trickster spirit. This could be an Aquarius. On the surface, this person seems calm, but on the back end, they're taking a loss and they're in danger because they don't believe in change, and their intentions were bad in the past, and now they don't know, or they don't know that death is here, the end is here, and they're gonna have to stay, brave, because maybe they're trying to stay brave, trying to keep their energy high. I do see the courage, the energy, and the create, so that could also tie into the fact that right now this is giving you the courage to create and maintain the energy. We're going through these solars and these new moons and whatnot, so pay attention to that type of energy in the near future. Alrighty. In the past, maybe you didn't know. Maybe you were quite fearless, but you've grown up, and now your confidence is showing. You're peacocking, and there is something that's being revealed. Maybe this is revealing who your friends are. But who to keep your secrets from. The spirit is asking that you don't forget this month that you need to rest. Okay. Maybe you don't trust that you'll be provided for. Taurus could be significant, but the curse really is in you. The curse isn't working. The curse isn't going to work. You don't need to collaborate with this person. They're weak, and they're trying to trap you. They hate you, love in reverse, and they hate the fact that they're not evolving with you spiritually. This person wants to make an agreement or a deal, Capricorn. Maybe they made a deal to hunt you. I got deal and hunt. Come after you or come towards you and travel towards you. This person's been careless. Is coming out again. A Cancer has been careless, or they're very emotional, so they're careless, but they're disguising it fairly well. Maybe trying to be more mysterious, or maybe they're trying to disguise their spirits, hide spirits, disguise, mask their spirits. Okay, this person is powerless, and you don't need to talk to them. Okay, don't talk to them about your ideas, what you're creating in Aries energy, what you're starting a new path. Aries in reverse don't have the power to communicate, to talk. They don't know when to shut up. Somebody doesn't know. Ooh, they mad. Ooh, no, nah. Okay then. Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna close these rows because, baby, message. Okay. Why so serious? But yeah, y'all, we gonna close them roads. And thank you, spirits, for joining me and allowing me to stand here on behalf of the tribe. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. The roads are closed. Now, let's get into it. The August Cush Almanac is going to be available. Link in bio for you to get digital, or you can get a physical copy mailed out to you for the month of August. As I expand, so with the Almanac, and I appreciate you guys for your support. Now, I'm going to do some forecasts for the elements on Patreon for August, so stay tuned for that between now and the 3rd. Alrighty. Until then, follow that almanac to a T. Okay? Alright, y'all. I appreciate you, and thanks for coming to hang out with your girl this rising. Happy August. Don't forget to do your first of the month rituals. If you are unfamiliar, jump on Patreon. House of Cush. We'll chat soon.